would we be without glass? I know I'd be squinting and bumping into a lot more things. But think of it, glass is everywhere, and it's in virtually every light bulb ever made. In fact, those bulbs have been a gift to us all, delivered with an incredible ribbon. Ouch. Today, there are all kinds of bulbs we use for lighting. But the very first electric light was an incandescent one, invented, of course, by Thomas Edison. He obviously needed a bulb for his new device, and somebody had to make it by hand. The Henry Ford's chief curator, Mark Bruther, wanted to show me how it used to be done, the old world way.
Hey, let me introduce you to our master glass blower, Josh.
You are the master glass blower.
Nice to meet you.
And you are clearly made of asbestos because this is incredibly hot.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm already missing the hairs on this arm.
It does get quite hot. Inside the furnace is the molten glass at about 2,100 degrees.
Josh drew a glob of molten glass on the end of a hollow stainless steel rod, brought it over to his workbench. I helped him cool it down a bit.
Perfect.
How many more times should I do that?
Keep going.
Josh shaped the blob with some wooden tools before blowing air into the rod, expanding the glass into a molten orb. Then he let me take a crack at it.
Stop. We blew a little too hard, Mo.
Oh, that was so cool! Make it freeze like that. My glass-blowing skills illuminate the problem Thomas Edison faced. To make and sell millions of light bulbs, crafting them by hand wasn't efficient or consistent. A way to automate the process needed to be created.
This is another way of approaching the craft.
This is a marvelous-looking machine.
It's a way of mass-producing bulb blanks, lots of bulb blanks. The way this machine's currently set up, it could produce this many in a minute. It's about 10 a second. Machines of this type could get up to the point where they could produce 33 of those a second.
33 a second?
A second,
And,
yes.
and the old-fashioned way of blowing it, how fast was that?
Oh, you'd be lucky with two guys working, you could get maybe 2 or 3 lamps in a minute or so.
And did you say 33 a second?
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
So we're talking high production, high mass production.
Called a glass ribbon machine, the first prototype was developed by 2 employees of the Corning Corporation in 1925. The idea came from master glassblower Will Woods, who just happened to be born the same year Edison invented the light bulb. The mechanical functions of the machine were designed by engineer David Gray.
Okay, basically you pour glass in over at that end there. It's poured between 2 rollers, which flattens the glass stream, into a ribbon. It flows onto a series of plates, each with a hole in it. As those plates move along, the glass starts to sag. There's another system on the top, which has compressed air. So that comes in over the top of that ribbon, starts blowing air into that sagging glass, and actually starts to form what looks like a kind of balloon.
Right, okay.
As it continues moving, there's a series of molds that come up, clamp over
Right
it. That's
here,
these guys.
right here.
Come up together, clamp over it, and then move along with it. Those gradually move, and that starts to form the actual proper shape of the lamp.
In a 3-day run, this very machine could make up to 6 million glass bulb blanks. But even more amazing is the fact that a dozen of them are still in operation around the world. Which is a good thing, otherwise I'd get quite a headache trying to make 6 million light bulbs by myself.
Keep going. Perfect.